The formation of what we know now as the church wasn't as simple as you can imagine. From the point of view of the Jewish community to the so-called followers of Christ, were a kind of distortion of Judaism, and even though there were similarities in terms of traditions, they never found a place into the Jewish society at that time. From the perspective of Jesus' followers, the idea of distancing themselves from the Jewish tradition was not something that they would have in mind, especially when most of them came from that background. It was mostly from people outside the religious circle of the Jewish tradition that distinguished Jesus' followers as a completely different group separated from Judaism. Of course, the community of Jesus' followers was on a journey to find their identity among the religious scenario at that time. And we can see that even when St. Paul and St. Peter discuss ideas in terms of sharing the good news to the Gentiles, to the non-Jews, the agreement was simple. St. Peter will continue his mission with the Jewish communities, and St. Paul will go on a mission with the Gentiles. This universality of the Church, an open message for us, was the main characteristic of Christian followers in Antioch. The Church came to Antioch and began breaking down the dividing barriers in a way that changed their society's existing categories. People from all parts of the city and different backgrounds were suddenly coming together. This group of people was redefining community in a radical and unprecedented way. So much so that a new word was needed to categorize what in the world was happening. St. Paul's journey of faith can be more appealing to us because even though he was not a part of the initial group of Jesus' followers, he was able to embrace that experience of faith and transform it with a universal connotation. The challenge is still in front of us, and perhaps we need to hear the Lord's words to St. Paul. Courage! You have borne witness for me in Jerusalem. Now you must do the same in Rome. The exact details of St. Paul's death are unknown, but tradition holds that he was beheaded in Rome and thus died as a martyr for his faith. There will be more moments when we will feel the inevitable disagreement or division among the members of the Church, the body of Christ, all the baptized. But we'll always remember that the world will recognize us as Jesus' followers. If you love me, love one another.